Good morning, friends. Welcome to this week's How To Tuesday. I'm kind of jazzed today because I have an idea. We're going to do one of my favorite things. Well, I have a lot of favorite things if you follow me at all. I get fired up about a lot of stuff. I'm like super passionate about what I do, so this is like the best gig for me ever. But what we're going to do is we're going to do a contour drawing. I love to do blind contour and contour drawing of a portrait, and I have a sample image that I will show you. It's black and white. I grabbed black and white because I wanted contrast. I wanted to see where the shadows and stuff were laying, because once I finish with the blind contour, which I will be doing in it's just a permanent black marker. It has a thick and a thin fine tip, so I'll be using that. Whatever permanent black marker, doesn't matter, because we will be adding watercolor. And we don't want it to dissolve, unless you do want it to, you know, create something. I also grabbed my elegant writers, just because I do want some areas to do that, because why not? This stuff is incredibly awesome. If you've never used elegant writer before, highly recommend. There's a few different colors. The black is the best, because once it gets hit by, it's actually meant for calligraphy artists, but the artist community has discovered that they can create a lot of magic with these. When the water hits the ink after you've laid it down, it turns into this pinky blue, purple, black, gorgeous combination. I'll show you, you'll see it when it activates. So I grabbed those, it's fantastic. And then I also grabbed some of my UNIBALL SIGNO white gel pens. I grab a couple because sometimes the tips get feisty when you're trying to work with them. I have never found, that's not true. POSCA paint pens, the super fine tip ones, usually work pretty good. But like any kind of these gel pens, I've never found one that doesn't break when you, like, not in terms of like when you're creating a line and it doesn't, like, you know, get that stutter or break the white line, which makes me crazy, because, you know, now you have to go over the white line to correct it, and sometimes it doesn't work that great. Also grabbed my black and white General's charcoal pencils. Don't leave home without them. I also grabbed my STABILO All, because it's magic, another water soluble. It's a black water soluble pencil, and a little goes a long way with this, but it's gorgeous when it activates with water. And a bunch of different little fine liners. I think this is STABILO. This is STABILO also too. These are also water soluble. I do have some Bic Intensity. Hang on just a sec. These are a tiny bit, not too bad, a tiny bit. Actually, I would say these are pretty good. These are permanent, the Bic Intensity. So that's STABILO and Bic, and then I have some that come with my sketch box, because I get it every month, depending on what comes in the box. That's what I keep in my little fine liners. So, and I also grabbed my STABILO Chalk pastel pencils, because they're my favorite, and this is going to be a very colorful piece. Very colorful, lots of lines, lots of, if you're a Zentangler, you might fall in love. If you're a portrait artist and a Zentangler, which I am, I know quite a few of you are, you're gonna love this lesson, because it has a lot of fun little details, and it's going to have a lot of fun little details and stuff. And I grabbed my PRIMA Tropicals. I'm new to this palette, but just because I've never owned it, I just got it recently, and those are the delicious colors. Look at those colors. So pretty. Remember I said bright and colorful. And also my complexion palette. If you followed me for a long time, if you're new to me, I'm obsessed. You can tell I love this palette. I use it for all kinds of things, not just portrait. This is their portrait palette, which is an awesome collection / selection of color skin tones, but I use it for everything, and I've had it for a few years. It's one of the gorgeous, beautiful beauties of watercolor, is that it lasts a very long time, because a little goes a long way. And you can reactivate. Like, once I've used it, if I picked it up and put it down and it dries, you can reactivate it and use it again and again. So magic. It's magic, magic, magic. And then I have, of course, my other beloved watercolors. It's like you expect this gorgeous reveal. Not so much. I should make a swatch of this, truthfully. I just know what colors I use all the time. You can tell. Indigo blue. This is quinacridone gold. This is Naples yellow. And this one's already been refilled. This is green gold. These are all at first fill, but those are the colors I use all the time. Indigo blues and green gold. Delicious. I love, love, love them. Love them. So I grabbed those. As always, per the usual, when I create something, or when I sit down to create something, I think about it a lot, think about what I'm going to do, and I grab a lot of different medium, because I like to have it at my fingertips. So I might not use everything, but I'm ready. And sometimes I grab stuff that I don't have at my fingertips. Like I will, once I finish explaining the directions, I'll probably grab some white gesso just in case. I've also grabbed Look at these beautiful things. This is so pretty. I have yet to find a cool container to put them all in, but also, again, I'm in the middle of transition home, so I don't want to invest in a lot of stuff until I have my official studio. If you are new to me, or you know, maybe you're not new to me, but you've not heard the story, I used to work in a very small corner of my living room. I didn't have a room, I didn't have my own studio space, a very small corner. So I am very excited to have the new home have an actual studio and a space, and you'll get shots and videos and all kinds of stuff, updates on the befores and afters, and like how I set my studio. Like, I've been researching and storing information on how to, you know, not decorate, but, you know, make it a functional studio, but still pretty. So anyways, I haven't got anything container wise for these because I haven't settled on what it is I want it to do, what it is I want it to look like. But in the meantime, I have these LIQUITEX paint markers, and they are oh so delicious. Well, that was anticlimactic because it was on brown cardboard, but this is a neon. I love the neons. Love the neons. Pink, orange, you know, I have a bunch of different ones, a bunch of different colors, big and small. I mean, come on. Come on. These are amazing. Ooh, that one looks like it's making a mess in there. I'm afraid. I'm afraid. Oh no. Have to see what happened there. And then I have my POSCA paint pens. Look at how beautiful those big, beefy pen strokes. Yes, please. This is neon. This is the pink fluorescent, or fluorescent pink. And then finally, I have these solid markers, which are a solidified paint for high temperature, but they work on surfaces, all kinds of surfaces, and they dry pretty quick. They feel kind of like a lipstick, a creamy lipstick, or if you're familiar with Marabou crayons, or gelato. I think they're more Marabou crayons. They're creamy, but they dry. They're not, once they dry, they're also not water soluble, but you can still manipulate them some. I use them a lot for mark making more than anything. I like it because once they're dry, you can go over them and paint them, and you know, they don't get in the way. I think that's it. But I have all kinds of stuff. Like I have the little fine liner markers. These are the acrylic, LIQUITEX acrylic pens. Acrylic in a pen. Love control. I'm a control freak when it comes to my art stuff. So, okay, and then the substrate I'm working on is Fabriano hot press watercolor paper. I've just taped it down to my board, and I've used Pro Artist tape. Love it. That's what I use. I've used it for years. And for those of you who do not know, this is my handheld mini vacuum. I use it if I'm using a lot of chalk pastel. Instead of blowing it away, I use it to, you just turn it on, lay it over, pick it up, don't scrub because you don't want to smear. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, and then it picks up the dust and you're good to go. And then finally, here is the image that I'm going to use. See, it's black and white. I probably will just do this part and some of her neck because I have like some ideas for down here. I won't use this too much, but I love that the shadows are in here. So again, this is an abstract piece. It's an abstract portrait. There's going to be a lot of color, a lot of pen work and design work and stuff. So, and it is a contour drawing. So, which means contour drawing means, let's show you if you are not familiar with a contour drawing. So, I guess I'll just do it right here next to it. So when you start drawing, you don't pick up your pencil. Now, there's two versions. There's a blind contour drawing. So you notice that I'm going back up over because I need to get to her eye now. Blind contour would be, I wouldn't be looking at all. I would be drawing. I wouldn't be looking at what I'm drawing. I would only be looking at the image. That's one of my favorite. So I can't get to her ear, so I'll come back here. You can include the teeth if you want. You do not have to use this image either. Oh, look at how high her nose is. I put her mouth too low. But that's okay. That's the magic of contour. And then I can come back up here. So the whole point of the contour drawing is that you do not lift your pencil. So I personally love it when it's a little wonky. I don't know if you know that about me. I mean, I'm an abstract artist. I love abstract portrait. I love the unpredictable, very much so. And I can come down here. So I can tell when someone who is like a little timid or afraid to let go completely and just go for it, because their piece, even though it's contour drawing, looks literally like they've just drew it straight out. You can't really tell the contour lines. I'm going to challenge you guys to go ahead and, if you are someone who is like that and is a little trepidatious about like letting loose because you don't know what the the final outcome is going to be, just go for it. Just take a deep breath, turn on some good music, something that zens you out, and then just go for it. Just draw. Grab the whatever tool you're going to use and draw it. I'm going to do mine in permanent black ink, so I can't go over it. I can't get rid of it. I'm going to also challenge you with that too. Don't do something that you can erase. Use something that's permanent. You will be very surprised with the outcome, what the magic of this does. Okay, you guys? So have fun, challenge yourself, play, and then that's a contour drawing. Blind contour would be, I would be looking only at this, and I would never look down at my paper. So obviously the eyes and the nose would be in a different place. The mouth would be a different place. It would look nothing like her, which is my ultimate favorite. But so if you want to do it, if you want to do a blind contour, I say by all means, or do two. Do one that's contour and one's a blind contour and have fun. You can't go wrong with this. This is a lesson, a project, a skill that can never go wrong. There are no rules to this other than you don't pick up your pencil. A contour drawing is you don't pick up your pencil. Blind contour is you don't look at what you're drawing. You look just only at this, and then you lift at the end and you see what you've done. All right, you guys, we're going to get started. I'm going to go grab the white gesso and I'll be right back. While I do this, I'd like to talk a little bit about thank you for being here. Thank you for joining. If you like what you're seeing, please like and subscribe and click that bell so you get the personal notifications. Look at that crisp, clean edge. Get those personal notifications. And also I have a Patreon channel where you get the full real-time length of all my How To Tuesdays. So I instruct the entire time as I'm working, and you get the full gamut of, depending on what tier you sign up for. All right, you guys? bye.